The Patriot by Saida Shakil. In this age of each man for himself, when every individual seems to be busy in his struggle for survival, it is hard to think about service to humanity in a city like Karachi. This task seems not only hard but impossible. Despite that, when I, intoxicated by the passion of patriotism, offered my services for this noble cause, I experienced a feeling of pride and satisfaction. And naturally, I began to consider this deed of mine as a great goodness, with a sense of pride bordering on arrogance and haughtiness. It started unnoticeably, the way an ant creeps on a black stone on a dark night. I asked myself, surely there is a latent desire in my unconsciousness to receive admiration and praise. I thought so and once again turned back to look at the suspicious looking man lurking near the relief items. He was still looking at me. This time I began to feel angry at him. Perhaps I felt some hatred as well. My inner feelings must have been evident from my face because he turned his eyes away from me. I looked at him very closely. Drops of sweat were shining on his dirty forehead. He was wearing a loose, dust colored shalwar and shirt and sandals. The pockets of his worn out shirt had been mended with black thread. By his features, he looked to me like a thief. I thought to myself, it is because of such people that our country is hit by calamities over and over again. First the earthquake and then this flood. A woman's voice caught my attention. Please excuse me. Please, I am in a hurry. There are some blankets, clothes, and ration for the victims of the floods in my car. I responded politely and asked Abdullah to take the relief items from the car. And I instructed Kashif to register the items and give a receipt to the woman. Abdullah and Kashif are my fellow students from Karachi University. We had been working at this relief camp for the last 3 days. The camp was set up under the supervision of a flood relief NGO. Our responsibilities included receiving the relief packages, sorting them out, and registering them. Had Kashif's family seen him working hard thus, they would have surely been befuddled. Normally, he doesn't even lift a finger to drink water and calls the servant of his house for all kinds of work. Now, not only was he performing each of his tasks with extreme responsibility and cheerfulness, but his face was illuminated like that of any true patriot. Once again, I was reminded of that man, lurking about like a thief. I saw that he was slowly advancing towards the heap of relief goods. When he found me looking at him, he stood still, as if I had caught him red handed. I thought, he should indeed be caught red handed. And then I began to look straight ahead, but I was watching him closely from the corners of my eyes. Exactly according to my expectations, he again began to move towards the heap of relief goods. After a short while, he was standing near the goods. Then suddenly he took his sandals off near the heap and ran as fast as he could towards the exit. What was this? I was utterly confused. Then I came to my senses and heard my own voice, but it sounded as if it was coming from a far off desert. Kashif, make out a receipt for one pair of sandals and write Patriot in the column for the name.